Well, thank you for watching. This is the Queen of Kingsbury. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell so you will know when I post more royal book reviews. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Hi, I'm the Queen of Kingsbury, and I'll be reviewing another book today, a royal book. It is Elizabeth II, A Queen for Our Time. This is the book. It was a Mother's Day gift from my children, and I'm very excited to bring this to you today. So here is the beautiful book that my daughter got me for Mother's Day this year, Queen Elizabeth II, A Queen for Our Time by Chris Jackson. It's a beautiful picture of the Queen on the cover. And this is the binding. I love to show the binding. This is quite a beautiful one. It has the royal blue, maybe a little more navy blue with the gold printing. And here's the binding. It's published by Rizzoli of New York. And let's read the inside jacket so we can become more familiar with what the book is designed for. This lively and affectionate celebration of Queen Elizabeth II is a beautiful visual record of her reign over the past 20 years and leading up to her Platinum Jubilee, captured by the lens of Getty Images royal photographer Chris Jackson, whose unique access to the monarch is reflected in the bold and intimate volume of photographs. As a royal photographer, Chris Jackson has been granted privileged access to the monarch and the British royal family. He has documented the Queen's official engagements over the past 2 decades during a period of seismic changes in the British monarchy, as well as Britain's history as a whole. All right, so I've bookmarked a few pages. But of course, let's go to the opening. This is beautiful. She's in royal blue here, and she's, you know, one of the beautiful things about this book is that we get not only a glimpse into these kind of behind the scenes photographs, or maybe the photographs that weren't chosen for the publication at the time. We get our Queen's beautiful smile. Then we get a glimpse at her jewelry, of course. Beautiful photographs with this close-up to her brooches, her earrings, you know, everything she wears on the everyday basis, and of course on the special events, state visits and things, tiara events we call them in the royal fandom. So here's the opening page, and here she's wearing the brooch, Queen Victoria's brooch, the Prince Albert sapphire brooch. It's the one Prince Albert made and designed for his bride-to-be, Queen Victoria, and was given to her, I think, the day before her wedding. So there she's wearing that historical piece of jewelry. And we go on. So let's see, the first few pictures here I noticed, well, here's our photographer. This is Chris Jackson, and here it tells a little bit about his story and the royal family. And here we are, several pictures. Here we are, the famous, I'm just drawn to the jewelry. So there's her, of course, famous everyday wear, beautiful string of three-strand pearls. I believe they are natural pearls. They're not cultured, so they're pretty much priceless. And then we have the pearl stud, large pearl stud with the diamond stud, which she wears so often. It's in the majority of these photographs. It's in this one here. She's wearing a beautiful pink, purple, and over here too, The Queen is wearing the same earrings, same pearls. And here she has the Russian brooch that is diamonds and sapphires. Try to get the glare out. And we also see, and this isn't something we see too often, is the hat pins. These photographs get so close and personal. Look, a hat pin. We don't always see those. So there we are with a great expression from our queen. I say our queen because she's really the queen of the world. Let's face it. She's wearing the Kent amethyst brooch. And here's a similar picture, probably taken in the same day. Looks like it. And here, the amethyst, the Cambridge emerald. Here she is in all green, same earrings. And there she is in red with her ruby brooch. Okay, so here I'll take you to the pages I've bookmarked. I can't show you the whole book, of course, but here are some tidbits. I love this picture. Look, she's unveiling, or they're unveiling, a bust of the Queen, and she's looking straight into her own face. I love that. Unveiling of the Queen statue in 2016. This was a fascinating photo too, of course, not of the Queen, but of one of the workers in the palace who was setting the table for a state event. This is the famous oak table at Windsor Castle. It's 175 feet long, and he's helping to set it for an occasion. He's actually stepping on the table if you look closely. And I just think the enormous detail that this picture captures, and who else but the Queen would have such an elaborate setting for a meal. Beautiful. Let's see. And of course, this is also such a fabulous shot. This is the Queen meeting an elephant. Donna, the Asian elephant. And this was the opening of Whipsnade Zoo's Center for Elephant Care in 2017. And of course you see the Duke of Edinburgh there with the Queen. Here's the Queen speaking at the United Nations in New York. This was from 2010. Here she is, a close-up of her here. And she is quoted as saying, "In my lifetime, the United Nations has moved from being a highly minded aspiration to being a real force of common good." It's a lovely picture. So the book goes on to show the Queen with many of the presidents within the past 20 years. And we'll focus on this picture. This is none other than President Trump's helicopter landing on the grounds of Buckingham Palace. And I believe, I remember, it's not stated in this book, but I know there was a statement that came out that the Trump helicopter was not supposed to land in her backyard, or what they would call her back garden, where she has all her garden parties on her beautiful lawn. But of course Trump did. Naturally. No more comments on that. Whole chapter, never out of fashion. Of course not. The Queen creates her own fashion. So she doesn't have to follow fashion. She has her own. So these I thought fascinating. Of course, these are the brooches that the monarch wears and the royal family wears. It's the Order of Elizabeth II. So this is the official picture on the order with the yellow ribbon. And here's the Queen in her Burmese ruby peru, wearing the order for her father, King George the Sixth, and her grandfather, King George the Fifth. So you receive this when you've done your duty as a royal member and supported the royal family. Here's the Queen in her country clothes. Still very smart looking. They have a picture of her shoes that she wears in the country. And at horse shows, love that shot. Here's the Queen in 2013, wearing the same colors as the jockey. She is presenting the gold cup. And I'll read to you what it says about this picture. Meeting a jockey in matching colors. After the historic win with her horse Estimate in 2013 in the Gold Cup at Ascot 2016 was not to be the Queen's year. She looked incredibly jovial, however, as she handed the trophy to Ryan Moore, the same jockey who had ridden her horse to victory those 3 years before. What stood out for many observing was the fact that the Queen and the jockey were both wearing matching colors, a lovely touch that clearly made them smile. The people who know me know I love royal blue and orange for my own personal reasons. How could I not show a lovely picture of Her Majesty the Queen and her son Prince Charles taking her hand and kissing it, the way royals do, of course. Here is a picture of the monarch and the next 3 kings during Christmas 2019, where young Prince George was making a Christmas pudding. If you go back and watch the videos on this, it's very funny. George gets really into mixing that pudding. So there's Her Majesty, Prince Charles, Prince William, and young Prince George. Some great pictures on the Order of the Thistle, where they wear the glorious feathers in their caps and the long robes. Her Majesty is quite used to this. I think William was a little embarrassed the first time he wore that. But, you know, people love the pomp and circumstance, and I think that is something that I hope he embraces, because I think it's part of the fun and part of the gallantry and everything that we love. Here's Her Majesty. She has her silver bag with her, her white gloves. Here's a photograph taken during the pandemic. They were in Scotland at the time, and they were celebrating their 73rd anniversary. Here is Queen Elizabeth II with her husband, Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. It's a lovely photograph. Here's the Queen in vibrant red. She's at the Windsor Horse Show, and she's holding that iconic Cartier box in red. Undoubtedly with one of the prizes has a gift, a Cartier gift to go along with it. Here's the Queen enjoying the view, which might possibly be this, standing right in front of her, possibly. I think I remember seeing a video of she's shooing some people out of her way, because when there are horses on display, she doesn't want to see this. She wants to see the horses. The picture I'll show you is the back cover of Her Majesty the Queen signing her name to something. And again, it's an unusual shot. You don't see her face. She has one glove off to sign. It's great. Hi, I'm the Queen of Kingsbury, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be reviewing a book called Queen Elizabeth II, A Queen for Our Time by Chris Jackson. He is a Getty photographer who has had an inside availability to the Queen and the royal family for the past 2 decades. This book was published in honor of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee in the year 2022. I hope you enjoy it.